Hello everyone, this is Venom, and we are back with another Dragon's Dogma 2 video. I've recorded this video about 8 times a night. Actually more than that, probably about 12 times a night. I keep getting, not quite writer's block, but every time I do the video it just doesn't sound right. I was actually going to give up on the night, but then I came across this article from Game Rant. And the information I'm seeing come out about discipline and experience is so hilariously bad, it's not even funny. I'm going to read this paragraph, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how discipline and how experience works. I'm going to show you how to grind it effectively and correctly, and I'm going to blow all those videos that are spending 10 minutes talking about bullshit out of the water. So, sorry, I'm a little upset because I read this, and someone got paid to write this article, but whatever. Okay, this is by Game Rant. I'm just going to go down the middle. It's it's Dragon's Dogma 2 Discipline DCP Farming Guide. It's by Tim Lord, published a day ago. So I want to make sure I, do my due diligence, let you know who it is. But here's what it says about discipline. Discipline, DCP, is an indicator of progression in Dragon's Dogma 2 that allows you to improve your Risen character outside the realms of standard leveling, and will directly impact what rank you are in your chosen vocation. That's a long-winded way of saying discipline is the experience for your vocation. Now, that's not to say you won't be following a typical level progression in the game, but this is managed by the amount of experience XP you'll earn along the way. In contrast to XP, there is a specific way to earn DCP, which you can spend on rewards at the right vendors. The amount you earn is determined as a percentage of the experience you gain, and the two go hand in hand in the game. No, it's not. Discipline points are a form of currency in Dragon's Dogma 2, yada 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 yada. In the same menu where you select weapons, you will be able to, okay, that's not the important part. Here we go. Here's a part that is just erroneously incorrect. With that in mind, the fastest way to farm DCP is to kill as many enemies as possible, particularly more challenging ones like trolls, ogres, griffins, and dragons. No, that's not how any of that works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you exactly how this works. So when you beat an enemy in the game, you will get two different things. You're going to get experience and you're going to get discipline. The discipline is not tied as a percentage of the experience you get. That's just flat out bullshit. That is not how that works, okay? Now, if you want to farm discipline, you're going to want to farm quantity of enemies. You're going to want to farm a bunch of little enemies, okay? If you want experience, you're going to want to farm still those enemies, but you're going to want to focus on the bigger enemies if possible. Big enemies give you a lot of experience, but not necessarily a correlative amount of discipline, okay? Smaller enemies are going to be easier to kill and going to give you a lot more discipline for what it is you're doing. Now, in the background, you actually see I'm fighting an ogre here, okay? Now, this ogre, when I beat him, and keep in mind, I'm beating this ogre with the Medusan bow, which gives me an experience bonus, a 4 times bonus. So you can see right here, with the 4 times bonus, the experience I got from this ogre is over 8,000. That's experience. The discipline is over 100. It's 111 discipline, okay? Now, I go back and I fight the same ogre. I reload, because I wanted to show this experiment. I reload and I get the kill without the Medusan bow. This is going to give me the normal amount of experience, okay? The normal amount of experience you normally get from this, 2,039. I actually got more discipline points on that kill than I did the other kill, okay? It was 112 on this one. So, no, your discipline is not tied to your experience. It's not a percentage of that, okay? Now, I'm going to show me fighting a bunch of ogres, or not ogres, fighting a bunch of just random BS goblins in the background. You can see how much discipline I'm getting for that. Let me scroll back to where I was fighting him here. Here we go. You see I'm getting kills with my Medusan bow, so I'm getting some additional experience. But you see, all these kills are getting me like 50 some on discipline. So if you're wanting to farm your vocations, if you want to grind your vocations, you basically just want to choose a road, just any road in the desert area or in the volcano area, and just walk it and kill everything there. Specifically, if you want to farm your vocations, you want to just get as many kills as possible. Now, if you want to get your experience up, then yes, you're going to want to do a little bit of extra. That's going to be, you're going to want to use that Medusan bow to give you 4 times experience, and you want to go after bigger enemies as well. So again, for experience, this is just a quick breakdown. For experience, you want to fight big enemies, and if possible, get the kill with the Medusan bow. Now, the Medusan bow you get from Medusa. I'll make a video about that later on. You can get that from Medusa. There's a chance for it to drop. It has 4 times experience growth on it if you get the kill with that bow, and it's equipable by the archer or the warfare, so I suggest you unlock the warfare. For discipline though, it's completely just kill lots and lots of small creatures here. You can see me getting, like, again, the ogre gave me like 100 discipline. Getting 2 quick kills here is giving me more than that. You're going to get a lot more, 55 from one and about, 67 from, so 2 small kills give me more discipline than the ogre did, okay? So that really upsets me that bad information is being put out there. Now, there's also a lot of information about people showing different routes to go and the most optimized route. I saw somebody trying to literally spawn in enemies by doing camping and spawning enemies. None of that crap is going to be optimized. No. You want the best route, you're going to want a few things. You're going to want to have New Game Plus, if possible. If you don't have New Game Plus, then what I'm going to tell you is not going to matter. If you don't have New Game Plus, just get the Medusan Bow. Find yourself any long road in the desert. Doesn't matter which one, long road in the desert, wherever a bunch of enemies spawn. Go through there and kill all the enemies there with the Medusan Bow. It's going to give you the most amount of experience you can get from those enemies, and it's going to give you a ton of discipline. Just get as many kills as possible. If you want the discipline, focus on the small enemies, avoid the bigger ones, unless you can kill the big ones in like 1 or 2 shots. If you want experience, do the same thing, but go ahead and take out those big enemies too, and make sure you get the kill with that bow. If the enemy's getting low, and you're afraid that your pawns are going to kill them, tell them to wait. They will stop attacking it. Go ahead and kill the enemy with that bow. It's a very strong bow. Now, if you have New Game Plus, however, I got some additional tips for you. If you've got New Game Plus, I would suggest that you get, first off, I would suggest you buy the house in Bak-Batal anyway and put a port crystal there, no matter what. But I would also suggest that you put a port crystal outside the Dragon Forge as well. Now, if you saw my last video, which thank you guys for the support in that video, it's like one of the best videos I've ever made, and the love I've gotten for that video has been very much well loved. And I still have not seen, I think I've seen one person talk about what the Dragon Forge can truly do, and he only talked about that in passing. It was a bigger YouTuber. No one else is talking about this still, so those who don't know, and I'm going to go ahead and play that video now, so bear with me 1 second. For those who don't know, the Dragon Forge in New Game Plus has got some additional things that it lets you do, including getting some experience bonuses as well. You can get experience bonuses, you can actually power up one of your vocations, and you can cut the stamina usage in half for one of your skills. So here in the background, you actually see I'm buying the experience bonus and I'm buying the discipline bonus. My suggestion for New Game Plus is to put a port crystal outside the Dragon Forge, get yourself some Worm Life crystals, and then put a crystal outside or at the beginning, whatever route you're going to use. Sleep in your house so that you've got a hard save and it's morning because you want to maximize the amount of time you got for this. Teleport directly to the Dragon Forge. Buy whatever bonus you want. Teleport directly to whatever route you're going to be using, wherever that port crystal is on the route, and then start killing enemies. You want to make sure you sleep first so it's at the beginning of the day. And then you want to teleport, that way you're not wasting time running around, losing time for those, okay? Now, there are going to be people showing you different routes. They're going to be saying, hey, this route's better than this one. You're going to get more experience doing this route, but none of it matters. The most kills you get, the more kills you get, the quicker you get, the better. So whatever route you're comfortable taking, go ahead and take those. Goblins are typically going to be a lot easier than doing something like Saurians, where your weapons are going to oftentimes bounce off of them, especially the poison and the lava ones. Those are going to be a lot slower to kill. Things like Harpies are going to be a lot slower to kill. I would suggest really farming goblins if possible. You can see I'm doing that in the background. I basically just start from Bak-Batal and I just make my way north up the main road. I do that, and as soon as it turns night, I just turn around and go down and I kill all these skeletons and stuff too. That's the best way I could say to go ahead and farm both experience and discipline. And while you're doing that, take on the bigger monsters to give you experience with that Medusan Bow. So I was going to make a much more in-depth video on this, but all you need to know is that the experience boost you get from the Medusan Bow is going to be 4 times experience. And I think I was getting like an additional 20 so experience from the Dragon Forge, so I got to go back and check those numbers again. I actually had them, but if you actually see my face here in this video, I've got one on the right too. I fucked around and had that face here. I forgot to move it. That's where all my experience numbers were popping up. So as I was playing, I could see them, but now that I'm watching the videos, I don't know what the numbers were anymore, so I don't remember. Now, I think as I was going through, I was getting about 15 to 1600 experience, both with the Medusan Bow and the bonus from the Dragon Forge for experience. I don't remember what the discipline bonus was. I want to say it was about double. So, at the very least, you're going to get about 1500 experience per kill and about 100 discipline per kill for goblins. It's going to be very easy for you to level up your vocations and to level up your pawn's vocations too, because you're going to want to get your pawn leveled up quite quickly too. So, that's going to do it for me. I can't even talk. Like, that upset me so much that bad information has been put out there. But that's going to do it for me for today, guys. Again, I'm going to put out some additional information. I'm going to put out a video over Medusa. I'm going to put out a video on I got a couple more builds I'm working on. I'm still trying to optimize my Wyvern or my Worm Life crystal farm. I got a few other videos I am interested in making, as well as some news coming out. That's going to do for today, guys. Yeah, that really upset me. I'm sorry, this video's not really as polished as I'd like it to be. I wanted to do all the bells and whistles, show you guys all the numbers, the charts, all that stuff. Unfortunately, I was just unable to do it. I really tried. I just had not quite writer's block, but every time I talked about it, I just felt like I was droning out more and more. The one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to become one of those YouTubers that stretches 2 minutes of information into 10 minutes. Now, granted, I definitely have made some videos that were longer than I meant to be, but that's because I think you guys notice I have a tendency to ramble on sometimes about topics. I start on one topic and I start talking about another one. That's typically what makes my videos ramble on. When I go back and watch them, if I think I'm talking too long, I'll put a timestamp in there. That's why you see a timestamp on a couple of my videos, so that's why I've done that, but yeah, that bad information really upset me. Most of the routes you're taking do not matter. Just as long as you're in the desert or the volcano area, you're good to go. Just kill all the enemies you see, and you're fine. Especially for vocations. For experience, just take out the big enemies with the Medusan bow, and you're going to be good. You're going to be grinding up in no time. That's going to do it for me for today, guys. I got more videos coming out later on. We'll see what I'm able to make. It is going a little bit slower because we've only got the one save file. I basically have to do everything very methodically. It does take me a little bit more time because I can't go back and choose certain save points to do things at. It is taking me a lot longer to make content for this game than it is others. I wish it was not the case. I wish it was kind of like Skyrim where I can go back and choose different points I had made saves at. Unfortunately, this is just not the way the game works. And for some stuff I want to go check out for the end game again, I basically got to go through and get through the entire game again to get to that end game again, but there's also stuff in the main game I want to show you as well, so it's a toss-up of what it is I'm showing you. So I'm getting you information as fast as I can. I'm trying not to put out information that others are doing too, or I'm trying to correct information as it goes as well, so we'll see if I'm doing well. That being said, thank y'all for coming by. If you liked it, like it. If you loved it, sub, and I will see you guys on the next video.